Good morning, guys. For those of you who would like to boost your immune system, go to Alaska Chaga in the description box. Click on that link. And remember, you get 10% off and free freight. And for those of you who would like to help our veterans, go to Hero Soap Company. They make some fantastic soap products, all natural. They're owned by vets, and they give part of their profits to veterans down on their luck. And then if you'd like to learn more about CBD products, go to martinbrodellcbd.com. And for those of you who have lost your job, you're looking for a new career, you'd like to start to sell CBD products and work within a great company who also supports President Trump, and the founders have met with him, just send me an email. My email address is in the description box, and I will send you the phone number and the name of the lady to get a hold of. Okay, let's go ahead and start with this right here. So, Biden's daughter's diary details not appropriate showers with Joe as a child. It says, you will have all you desire, trust yourself and your ability to manifest all your dreams. You go this, Ashley Blazer Biden, something like that. It says, National File has obtained what a whistleblower has identified as a copy of the complete diary of Ashley Blazer Biden, the 39-year-old daughter of Joe Biden, dating from during the 2020 presidential campaign. National File also knows the reported precise location of the physical diary and has been told by a whistleblower that there exists an audio recording of the Ashley Biden admitting this is her diary. In the diary, which our source says belongs to the former vice president's daughter, the author writes of her struggle with drug abuse. Ashley Biden's struggle with drugs was widely publicized in 2009. And so anyway, after declaring she was here for sexual trauma, in the previous entry on page 23 of the diary, dated January 30th, 2019, the author explores the topic of sexual abuse and how it may have led to her overactive sex drive. I've had one of my hardest days. My sex drive is out of effing control. Like literally, I am in heat, wrote the author. I know it's not the healthiest way to deal with things, but at least it's better than drugs, she wrote, adding that she thought she needed sex to feel good. The author then explored why she felt that need to have sex, saying she believes she was molested as a child. Was I molested? I think so. I can't remember specifics, but I do remember trauma, wrote the author, before listing a series of potential incidents, one of which may have included Ashley Biden's cousin, Caroline Biden. As the author says, she remembers being somewhat sexualized alongside a person named Caroline. Wow. I tell you what, these people, I mean, Joe Biden, the whole family is so dysfunctional. So dysfunctional. And then the government cannot force you to do what you don't want to do. They can't, there's just certain things they can't force you. I mean, obviously they force us to pay taxes. Otherwise we're going to go to prison. But if you don't want to get jabbed, that's up to you. You have that decision to make. Moving on, let's go to the Gateway Pundit here. So, what's he hiding? Georgia's Secretary of State Raffensperger petitions court prefers state not be forced to hand over ballots for audit. Well, we know what he's hiding. I mean, the guy is knee deep in the corruption there. FBI sends out warning advising against buying, making, or misrepresenting a vaccine card, which may be breaking the law. And then Dick Morris, Biden's infrastructure bill is a lie. It's a ploy to collectivize the entire U.S. It is indeed. And then radical leftist group steals Confederate statue from Alabama cemetery, demands ransomer statue will be destroyed. That's pretty pathetic. People, they stoop to such a low to take. I mean, it's just sad. And then how many seniors will be needlessly left to pass away? You know, I mean, it's like it really makes you wonder. You know, it just it's so frustrating. When you see so many seniors having to pass away and being alone. It's like that is so wrong. President Trump and his family receive a standing ovation at the Mar-a-Lago Easter weekend video. And if you think you got a standing ovation, then you wait till he comes back. And then task force pictures hate crime suspects behind series of violent attacks on Asian Americans. And yeah, that's not a quinky dink. And then Black Panther Minister of Defense, Brother AJ, not only brandishes guns at the Georgia Capitol, he is also a Stacey Abrams fan. Yes, he is. He was right with her. And then frauds. Major League Baseball boycotted Georgia All-Star game a day after expanding a deal with Communist China. It's just, I mean, since when do we go to bed with the Chinese? Well, you look at the NBA, they have too. And I think the day is going to come when Major League Baseball is going to fall flat on its face in this country. In fact, I think all the sports are going to fall flat on their face in this country, and they're going to find themselves having to go overseas to play to make any money. CNN talking potato brain Stelter and Jim Acosta spent Easter Sunday discussing their post-Trump stress disorder. Well, if you think they got stress disorder now, you just wait until he comes back. And then leftist morons spend time, money, and their reputations creating a spoof Easter egg hunt in Washington, D.C. over the weekend. Yeah, it's that special alphabet. Oh, my word. And then Spain mandates face masks on beaches, including for people sunbathing or swimming in the ocean. Yeah, that went over like a lead balloon. And then Baltimore Orioles CEO cheers Major League Baseball's decision to move All-Star Game out of Georgia, which will cost Atlanta more than $100 million in revenue. And the leader of the free world is incoherent, having to be propped up physically and intellectually. Sky News host rips Joe Biden on latest gaffes and falls. Let's see here. Devout Catholic Joe Biden does not mention Jesus Christ at all in his Easter message, but mentions the virus 7 times. That's because people who are satanic believers are not allowed to mention the name Jesus Christ. That's why. And then let's see how much time I have left here. Yes, I do. Let's go to Zero Hedge. And then why Joe Biden's $2 trillion infrastructure plan may fail. It should fail, but I don't know that it will. I mean, it's going to fail as far as helping this country. It has nothing to do with the infrastructure, really. It's only 6% infrastructure. The rest of it is just about climate, about the Green Deal. And then the biggest concern is stagflation. Factory orders tumble as surveys signal soaring inflation. Hunter Biden dishes on crack use, insists 100% certain DOJ probe will clear him of wrongdoing. That's because right now the deep state control the DOJ, at least for the time being. And then what's changed and what hasn't in a tumultuous year, you know something? If we think things have changed now, just wait. Just wait a few months. Key events this week. Minute services and producer prices. Yellen urges U.S. allies to adopt global minimum corporate tax rate. And by the way, you may wonder, why am I so confident that things are going to change for the better within a few months? Because I look at the tea leaves. I listen. I listen to more. I listen to a number of people. Brenda does a great job doing research. And, I mean, it's just, anyway. And then Rabo, from play ball to curve ball in no time at all. It says, for the latest example, see Georgia's passing of a new voting act, major firms calling for a boycott. And actually, it expands it. And keep in mind, 70% of blacks are for voter ID. And then U.S. airports busiest in more than a year on Good Friday. Futures ramp to record high in aftermath of blockbuster jobs. Tesla soars. GME shares plunge as company moves to sell 3.5 million new shares. Cars are 2021's toilet paper. U.S. automakers report blowout first quarter as EV sales soar. Hedge fund horror. Hedge funds feeling the pain. I tell you what, one of the things that I think is going to change is all the hedge funds. Right now, they have a tremendous amount of power. People are wondering, it's like, why do some of these major companies, why are they towing the line at the left? And it's because I believe these hedge funds and the mutual funds control them. They own millions upon millions of shares of these companies. And in one word, all they got to do is start selling off shares of these airlines or any other company, Coca-Cola. And they can take the price and they'll dump that stock. And I tell you what, they can crater it like never before. And then disorder will come. It says gold is today as cheap in relation to money supply as it was in 1970. Now gold and silver, I'm going to continue to say that's a thing to have. We're so stupid following our politicians. Charles Barkley unleashes 1 minute of truth on America. Our system is set up where our politicians designed to make us not like each other so they can keep their grasp of money and power. Thank you, Charles. Well said. And then SPAC boom upends Wall Street league tables. I tell you what, there's more people like Charles Barkley speaking out. And then we cannot afford to censor dissenting voices during a pandemic. Professor Martin Kulldorff. I have worked with the jabbers for a couple of decades, but Twitter clearly thinks that scientific discussions about these things are dangerous. All-powered backpack for blind people to replace guide dogs. Wow, interesting. I have been teaching robots to see. Boy, that'd be pretty cool. And then mutual assured destruction leaves no winners. You know something? It's not going to happen. We're not going to have this war that they want us to have. And then why U.S. troops will never be pulled out of Syria. They will be pulled out of Syria, actually. Indeed, they will be. And anyway, that is all for this morning. Let me see here if there's anything else that Brenda has sent here. Even doctors are questioning a whole lot of things going on today. And then just remember when Biden talks about gun control, that he was vice president of an administration that ran illegal guns to Mexican cartels. Yeah, let's not forget that one. And then Biden's war on CO2, starving planet Earth. And let's see here. You know, it says carbon dioxide is persona non grata in leftist circles, and listening to Democrat blathering over CO2, which they exhale copiously with each breath, one would think this gas is poisonous, on par with sarin or other nerve gases. In reality, CO2 is plant food and essential for life on planet. Yeah, we've known that for a long time. We've known the stuff that they're saying is just garbage. Anyway, that's all for this morning. I have PT this morning, and I've got two more appointments, and then I'm done. God bless y'all. Have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.